reach, begin, hear, approach, listen, reach, begin, hear, approach, listen, reach, begin, hear, approach, listen, drift deep into your thoughts, focus your effort, your first stone. And with each passing day, the empire's grown, legacy that's woven and forever sown. Tribute to my heart from seeds I've sown. The separation for cost, the mind to run, false truth, the fantasy for the leak in the brain, chemistry for the never knew what to believe. Like a mental illness, and can you call my phone for this will always ring, for the penny drop to the floor, for the heads and tails of this and never, lux of a hand for the moving feet, falls ahead of me for this to be the best friend if I ever knew one to care for this and myself for the I find no heart to be me for this and lovely to see for this and not say it out loud for the ignore me, the feeling, the words, the warm arms, eyes be the same, starting with the purpose and the clear plain strategy for the sound for the built to no stand. Romance seen by chance and hypnotic dance is the body language in events. This is the summer measure for the treasure to be the never missing day for the romancing of a way. Sometimes it's better to be alone for that nobody can hurt me then. The message that you can find wishing to receive for this is to be saying we're done and done with the building of that vision. Better to be wings that defy all odds and sent by God to vanish. But you sent me free for this to win. It all became painful to once be gone the time for this to farewell, to retell, to rip, to this to focus on yourself, for the payback to your enemies, and never to do with that, for not to hate them, for that's the most of you, for this to ever stop, for this and that. Release, collection, flaw, born, use, vessel, wrath, wake, not to think, have, plan, like, yesterday, release, collection, flaw. We used to be punished and never find a vessel for the wrath, and you can find it like yesterday for the ashes afraid to leave me alone still. You are my world, and I feel like I'm going to be alone forever. Even the people that think I'm clever enough or wise, this is you can count on me for the reflection into the mirror for what I see, for the happiness is deeper, but some in between clouds and darkness seems eyes with gleam. A smile cracked and deemed just the hair for sheen, for you the clean and clouds with always uncertainty for the becoming of wind. An angel in my arms is blissful enough of your love and full, striking like I ever seen before, the wrong place of this love. And which part of me needs to be fixed now? I find a roaming in the place for the such a home for this to be like, for the other flowers to bloom fine. You find the plants as a survivor for the thunder, for the some ignorance and giving the crown, for just to want a small piece of your kindness, and this is strong. Way to break the walls of love in wrong places. This is where the should have been cried for. The heartbreak to becoming biggest and a heartache, a flame hell, but a woman for the great stature for the king, and you can find a man that she'll be calling the rapture. When I stand a chance to cage her, you can find the chains, walls, a citadel for the wrath, and you can find the watching eyes, and this is the riches and princesses over your wretches and over the trodden tongues, and this is why the matter, a villain, an alchemic disposition over your sorcery and superstition, for your marching over your hanger, over your hanger alive, and never the public for the opening your eyes and hate it. For the giant shall fear those women like such you find deeper, but some clouds of this always the between the darkening of the wind. Which part of me needs to be fixed again? The great statue, like two perfect almonds and don't feed the milk still. You didn't hear from me for the kiss, the things you gave me, for the love, the things you brought me, for that much, and I can know now. It was dark, full of sorrow for the strong enough to never give and then borrow, for the glimpsing of perfection and for the portion for the you could be close and forge and fit every friendship that is full of the sorrow for the strong, giving to borrow my glimpse of a peak. In the begging of at least you say what morning instruct yo having choice. This rose branch was torture enough for the thorns that you giving to ignore the emotional plea. What is the meaning? Another reason for the pointed love, and you can find just one drop meaningless in the melancholy for the rain to fill herself rapidly. One problem is you see the bucket for the mission to help yourself see that for the people to create the one drop insignificant. And the Patient persistence with the perseverance will only be indeed to just be cruel enough. Reach, begin, hear, approach, listen. Unfathomable, overcome with smiles. Disposition shifted from the gothic stone-faced demeanor to the toothiest of grins, rivaling over the cherishing of a cat that you can find out weeping over what your great harvest of heaven you find happen for you. Good to the thick and thin for the trace out you slaughter prevented. The lamb and blade for 35 seconds to purge, just despite that for 3-month interlude for the spinning over the time, but then I'm not angry enough to boost you can find it induced jealousy. Happy to be clown, avoided by the best of what I could for the extra. You should not find calories since called the rank for value of the American dollar for the same wallet for the remember how you said you loved me. Despite your anger, here's the first to find the demo play while I pursue the half-handed love notes you find that still you love me though. Sure. The fright wavering in your mind but it taking a moment. The free fall that everyone else did, do you take the elevator? Love is weird, though but still mean for you, for the young and the heart, for the end, the start, for the downs and the front. The smile to the frown, but never the golden pure, because I wouldn't be, I'm sure. See, the only way you love me for the differently now, for the hearts that were set the wet tears, this is not going down. Unfathomable, overcome with smiles. Unfathomable, overcome with smiles. Disposition shifted from the gothic stone-faced demeanor to the toothiest of grins, rivaling over the cherishing of a cat that you can find out weeping over what your great harvest of hope you find happen for you. Good to the thick and thin for the trace out you slaughter prevented. The lamb and blade for 35 seconds to purge, just despite that for 3-month interlude for the spinning over the time, but then I'm not angry enough to boost you can find it induced jealousy. Happy to be clown, avoided by the best of what I could for the extra. You should not find calories since called the rank for the value of the American dollar for the same wallet for the remember how you said you loved mine. But despite you're angry. Well, here's the first to find the demo play for the while I pursue the half-handed love notes you find that still you love me though. Sure. The fright wavering in the mind but it taking a moment. The free fall that everyone else did, do you take the elevator? Love is weird, though it's still mean for you, for the young and the heart, for the end, the start, for the downs and the front. The smile to the frown but never the golden pure because I wouldn't be, I'm sure. See, the only way you love me for the differently now, for the hearts that were set the wet tears, this is not going down the same way, for because you were finally running into the only one I came to. Broken and lost, and not to feel that something to be righted in the world, for the universe again, for this to be love, unrecognizable for the so I am. To myself, nothing feels real. Don't feel alive anymore if I can't remember what it felt like, for can't partake in existing again, for no matter how hard I try, for the feeling of hopeless and just confused, begging. Someone to hear what I speak of this to sit and stare for them. And I know I'm saying words, but this look in the right and the eyes of this are through me for the vacant enough that you could check out, for there's nothing that I can say to grab your attention for the here. Here, my despair for the ghost, and I'm dead and I'm alive, and not to know that I'm already gone for the begging for help. The wavering mind, only one raw heart, wet tears, not going down. Like like nothing else would be right in my world, for the universe again, for no one find my love unrecognizable, for this would be the truth to partake in existence again, for the hopeless and confused. Yo, fake boys, and do whatever you want, for you can find you think you're cute, for this and need a womb for their outside, to damn those internal ones in the hell to hide, for to see you on, for the dark side, for to see me run, for the never the way that we be. Makes it seem something differently for the different eyes of love. This darling, the sun rises for you. Yes, to see the sea sings for you too, for this yet remember, the answer nobody wants to know. Me will say hi and never to say the how do you know. You don't want to take the tale, for this the feeling bad enough for the one to listen to, for the next time you someone for the truth or automatic, and this is fine, I guess. And you will know eventually. This is, I guess, how it has to be. Touch or feel, the one for everyone, for sliding this, the simple decor, for the shattering glass of the floor like my heart to piece. Stream under the window for the open the time, for the once upon that time, for the took a bath and seen it all, for the wash down clean, for the decay, for the terror, for the night, for the anxiety of the day, for the memories of the take flight, for the you just seen the cause of soul to get here. Decay for the things that laying you over, the starting to breathe. I keep spinning and lay over your carpet away, for though it hits me, for to not feel real, for the days of flow, the feeling you don't say was too glorious and happy at the moment, for the keep spinning over my gears, for this return to work, for this to spin without any meaning. The machine, the world is fine, I simply replace it. It's in the point for the wasting of the life, for the feeling of the world in place. Keep laying in the dark for the dough, I can feel the breaking over the keep spinning. There isn't a point to waste. Me is it one step closer. My empire, kingdom, lonely, disapproach, protect loneliness and the share for the newly brief moment for the love, the trap, this one another game for the claim. The setting sun sets your brilliance in the perfect harmony of the melody of the evening. And the serenade of the perfect moment. Who's to wake next to for the absolutely who waits in the bed, who just find what's wrong and don't know what's the echoes of the windy pasture, so the disimproving your wind, and listen, made me the branching miles to walk away for the settling. You were the past, the east. The universe, God's parallel, teaching me how to be cold, and God taught me how to be warm. Not afraid of the storm because I embrace who I am. There once was a house, strayed with the yard and never seen again. People in the town afraid for this gathered around, set the house alight for this to burn the property down, for this wasn't done yet, not even close. The ashes spread around, infected with the gathering of folks, so this would be the vengeance and say that. And the anger spent for the poison in the ground, chemicals and intent. But it didn't matter for the distant for the infected, for the gathering around, for got back for this infected your own home, for this the homes that are rare. Now instead of one, for the 100 or so, for this has been thought about, just found a way to go. You know, humans are really quick to anger instead of protecting their town. This put it in danger for all the kids that are gone, for this parents would be next, for this a house we keep on eating and never left. Never come for a visit, for the good, for you, for the end. Pretend. The first day for the time leading was same. The day I left for this market calendar, for the wood go, for the nice outfit, for you can find it just fit out. For the bottle for your favorite perfume, or good taste, this long bubble over your something over makeup and your night of sight. The moment to have the pure butterflies, you can't believe you need to pinch yourself for this to find the reality is true. Do it for me, for this like you, for the lady how you are. In essence, for the how to appreciate, for the candlelight, for the making over your night, for this to talk over your dislikes and this to have the things that so much in common to you. I don't know by the way this went, or the date for this getting late. A kiss right away for the bleeding, slow gaining trust, respect for one another, for the hug, or definitely to get to know you better. But who am I, the old-fashioned, just a single? More in a way that you are, not just a woman for so bitter for love, can't seem to quit. Chase, but don't get. I have no idea, but what you got took me so long your way. I don't know how, why. This is constantly thought for you throughout the day. And I think it's maybe because of the kindness and it makes you smile, for this the softness of the heart, the spirit for the wild, for the selfishness, for this make me think for this form of the sky above. For there's something that you that I do love. Scary. React with passion and uncompromising for the because that, for the holding the ground. Sensitive because she feels the feelings that are difficult to be around. For now, for the song Unborn, and patronizing for events that this follows for the who are you really. God's parallel, the universe teach me how to be cold, and God taught me how to be warm, for not to be afraid of the storm, for the empty of the town, for this is the one that stayed in the yard for the never seen again. A woman inside so bitter you can only seem to quite find a glimpse of you throughout the day, for this is all that I can say for now, compromising the swaying of heart. And I can miss the gift when it was weighing and heavy enough for the funny when you express this in some way from you, making it up for to express the feeling that you are forever for the skeletons inside you. Harmony for the general rain, for the TV static of your gerbs or birds, or this alarm clock you find a hugging over your wind chimes, whistling tea kettle for your noise and these sounds, and darling, your voice is just still my favorite. Too sweet enough for wonders why the stars look down to see us always moving around, but amazing enough to love to be found. The beauty of life that we have crowned. Wonder if the birds in flight that feel the same, for the freedom for the daughters would be right. Understanding the power of the sight, for the ability to soar to new heights. Of this and wonder if the ocean was deep enough to feel the sadness, and we sometimes keep this to find the pain. Help us to sleep in this loving embracing where the secrets that we keep in with the wondering world of the universe, the vast. Of this and know the questions that we ask. Of this the righteous path. Of this to give it the strength to make it last. Of this the pondering of the mysteries. And embracing its wonder for the strife of this each moment to have the chance to thrive. I make one most of this fleeting life. I only wish I knew far away for the reaching of the hand, pulling it back because I knew how you want it. A warm sensation, burning the throat. This is why I stay afloat, for sad enough to block me because you find feel bad. Just to know would it be sad enough for forever to please pray. Romantic and taken for a sweetheart. Foolish and not to trust you, find it still to let it be your way to hope. I don't know what to do to be sad forever, for the not, for this to be the romantic, and never to take it sweet, for this is didn't trust you anyway, for to still let you win your way, I hope.